Hi guys, so right now I'm going to be doing another video. It's going to be, could Onision be a narcissist? Now this is a little bit different than my other video about traits of narcissists, because this is someone that is not someone that we're close to, but he's someone of like, well, he's a YouTube celebrity, so while he's not that important, he's not an unknown person or a known person that's close to us. So I've gotten most of these symptoms from the mayoclinic.org. So it's legit, it's a reputable site. Some of these other things are other things that I've noticed that go along with narcissism. Sorry, I can't talk. Narcissism. So I'm going to get started. He loves drama, otherwise he wouldn't get into it, would he? If you don't like drama, you don't involve yourself in it. Even if other people are talking about you, especially when you are a known person, like you're someone in power or you're a celebrity, even if it's just a YouTube celebrity, you got to understand that it comes with the territory. There's going to be haters. There's going to be people that make videos about you, say negative things about you. Just let it go. Because if you let it all get to you, you're not going to survive. And I think that is actually why things are getting bad for him now, because another symptom is that narcissists can't take criticism. And he's getting criticized more and more, and he seems to be taking it personally and making videos and making demands, threatening lawsuits. Another one is excessive need for admiration. Now he's a YouTube star, I guess you could say. So when you're a YouTube star, especially when you were or you are a big, I guess, YouTube sensation, you crave that admiration. And now he's starting to lose viewers and subscribers. He's looking to gain those back, but he fails to believe that anything he's done has affected his current status of his dwindling channel. They have disregard for other people's feelings. Hence, the videos that he makes making fun of an anorexic girl, and saying nasty things about other girls' bodies, even though they send in their pictures. Those girls really don't want to hear anything bad. They're sending them in because they're hoping he'll say something positive. Alright, he has a sense of entitlement because he feels like, I'm not going to say he feels like because I really don't know, but he seems like he feels like he's entitled to have all his viewers and everything back, even though he's the one that made them leave. He's the one that made them stop watching because of all his drama. Exaggerated self-importance, and expected to be recognized as superior even without achievements that warrant it, and also exaggerating achievements and talents. Now with the whole self-importance thing, and wanting to be recognized as superior and all that. There was an issue recently. Was it recently or was it last year? I don't know when it was. But it had to do with Andy Biersack from Black Veil Brides. I guess he was in Onision's town at the time, and Andy didn't contact Onision at all, and Onision got all butthurt because he felt like, you know, he's so important that Andy should be contacting him and Andy should be putting him on Andy's show. And he's just not that big of a star. Andy is. Andy's got a very successful band and is known all over, whereas Onision's not as well known. But you can't expect a real celebrity to drop everything that they're doing to call you to do a YouTube video when they've got important things to do instead of a petty little video. And even if Andy didn't do it because of Onision's channel is dwindling, that's his right. Who wants to be on a channel that's failing? It might actually hurt Andy's image. I am actually gonna go see Andy, but as Andy Black, in Warped Tour in like 2 weeks. I'm kind of excited. I love his voice. And no, I don't idolize him and put him on a pedestal or anything like that. I'm not like that. The only person I idolize is Bruce Campbell. Okay. I don't know if I just said this or not, but preoccupied with fantasies about success, power, brilliance, beauty, and the perfect mate. Believing that he is superior and can only be understood by or associate with people with equal superiority. I cannot read my writing right. Basically, they don't want to associate with people beneath them. Only people with equal or better status, I guess. Expecting people to comply with their expectations. This one he does a lot. He makes demands of people, and they have to do it because he thinks that he's so important that everybody has to listen to him and do what he says when he says it. And he doesn't like to compromise. And when he finally somebody might get him to compromise, like the whole issue with getting Joy Sparkle BS to debate him. And, you know, it was finalized that they were going to be debating on YouTube, not YouNow. Because he finally did agree to do it on YouNow. Or, I'm sorry, he finally agreed to do it on YouTube. And they set a time and everything. And then he's like, okay, see you on YouNow. And, you know, I read every single word of all those texts. It was definitely on, he agreed to YouTube. And then at the end, he changed it to YouNow. Something that narcissists like to do is they like to cause confusion, and then they like to be able to use that confusion to blame you, to make you look like the bad one and them look like the good one. Another symptom that's on the Mayo Clinic is take advantage of others to get what you want. Believing others envy you. Now, with the whole envying thing, I think a lot of people when they have, or like, well, narcissists, when they have people talking about them or what they call haters, they think it's because people envy them, and it's not. Let's see, arrogant. This is a big one. He is very, very arrogant in every single freaking thing I see him in. It's just his demeanor. Hypocritical, which is huge, and pretty much all the time. Basically, it's the rules apply to others and not to him. It's a do as I say, not as I do. With that, it's let's talk about this video, for instance. Okay, so I am not a doctor. I am not qualified to sit here and say he's a narcissist legally. And that's, if he probably won't ever mention me because I'm such a small channel and I really don't care. But if he were, he would probably say something, well, you're not a doctor, so, you know, you can't diagnose me. But here's the thing. He has diagnosed other people with mental illnesses. And he just did it in, I think it was in the debate with Joy Sparkles, saying, oh, you have all the symptoms of this illness, so you have a mental illness. He's not a doctor. He can't diagnose her, but he diagnosed her. Because with narcissists, you have to follow their rules, but they don't have to follow the rules. So he's allowed to go around diagnosing people, but people are not allowed to go around diagnosing him. But since he likes to say, well, you know, this is the illness and these are all the symptoms, you have all the symptoms, that's your illness. And so by his logic, all these symptoms that I'm naming, he has them, he has it. Okay. The other thing they're good for is excuses. Now with him, all his excuses are trying to dance around with his words to make it sound like he's not guilty of things. Why other people are at fault and he's innocent. They blame their lack of success and blame their failures on other people. This is what he's done with his channel. He's completely delusional, thinking that nothing he has done is ruining his channel, when in reality that's what it is. There might be other factors in it, but they're not as large as him. He killed his channel. Sorry, I have an itchy eye. Distort facts to suit own agenda. This is something he does often. Distorting the facts. This is something my ex does too. They will come up with something or lie about something, and they will take a fact and distort it to make it look like what they're saying is the truth. And they also distort facts, basically rewriting history. in a lot of this, looking up the definitions bull crap, it's too literal. There's some kind of screw loose in his mind. I just can't put my finger on it, but there's something else wrong with him other than narcissism, and I think he said he had depression or something at one point. I don't know. I think it just seems like some of the things that he does just kind of seems like he has Asperger's. Okay. Create confusion and self-doubt. This is what I was talking about with the whole YouNow YouTube thing with Joy Sparkles. He was creating confusion and trying to use his narcissism to create doubt to make Joy look like she didn't show up for the whole YouNow thing. But the final word of it, he agreed to YouTube, and then he changed it to YouNow. Just because he said YouNow doesn't automatically mean that the final meeting place is YouNow. They had already mutually agreed on YouTube, and then later he said YouNow. Just because he says it doesn't make it so. They already agreed to YouTube. All the texts are showed up on Joy Sparkles' YouTube on one of her videos. This is what I saw him do in the debate. Narcissists like to deny and then project as a defense mechanism, as well as name calling. Sometimes they finally get it that they're the one in the wrong, so they just deny, turn the table around on you to make you look like the bad one, and then they call you names because they're trying to create confusion. Because during the whatever part of it, of the video that he was in, because he ended up running off and putting his wife in the debate, because that's what narcissists do. They run away when they're defeated. That's the whole silent treatment part of it. A lot of it, when I watched it, I was not confused about what was going on. That was completely clear. I could easily see that he was trying to confuse viewers and Joy and the moderator. But the part that got me, it's like he's trying to confuse people, and it's like I'm confused at why he's acting this way, because it doesn't make any sense. The only way it would make sense is if he was a narcissist, because every single thing he was doing was 100% narcissistic tactics. And I believe that he is a mix between covert and overt narcissist, because he believes that he is the victim and he's very forward about it. In any case, could Onision be a narcissist? Well, I've been a scapegoat of my mother's. She is a narcissist. For 34 years, I have been her scapegoat. And then for the past 10 years, I have been my ex's scapegoat. So I've had a lot of experience. I can smell a narcissist a mile away. I can smell a narcissist a block away. it's not hard to see it. Like, everybody can have, whoops, camera. Everybody has some sort of traits of narcissism. You can have traits of narcissism and not be a narcissist. But the thing is when you have so many traits, especially when it's like more than 75% of the list, you're pretty much a narcissist. And you don't need a psychologist or a therapist to know that it's there. That's like it's like having cancer. Just because you haven't been diagnosed with cancer doesn't mean you don't have it. Or, you know, just because you didn't go to the doctor and get diagnosed with a runny nose doesn't mean you don't have a runny nose. You know, it's one of those things where you just know. And it's not like I'm just saying, yes, he is. Because there is that slim chance that maybe he's not. Maybe he has something else wrong with him. But that's the thing. There is something wrong with him. And just like he wants to get help, he makes videos about people. He makes videos about people that, you know, have anorexia and stuff like that. And he claims he's trying to help them. Even though he claims that other people have said he's helped them, it doesn't matter. Because it's not actually helping them, because he's doing it in a negative way. So if he wants to say he's helping those people, fine. You know, maybe this video or people who do other videos like this can help him, because he clearly has some sort of mental illness. It's very, very clear. I think most people have some kind of mental issues anyway, but we're all just surviving through it. Nobody's really normal. You know, because we all have stuff in our life, but we all have pasts. So could he be a narcissist? I believe he is. I'm not going to say for definite, because like I said, it could be a symptom of a different mental illness that he might have. Anyway, thank you for watching. Take care.